Good morning, all of you. So in the previous class, we discussed about conical pendulum and we discussed some problems, related problems in that class. And in today's class, let us see the role of that friction in this circular motion here. And so first we discuss some concepts related to that, and after that we can solve some problems based on that. So just I am taking that when a vehicle is taking a curve on a rough surface or the rough horizontal surface. So turning of a vehicle on horizontal surface, right? Let me mention that like turning of a bicycle on a horizontal circle, they may mention that. Now when a vehicle is taking a curve on a horizontal circle, now who will provide that necessary centripetal force here? So whenever like say object is on the ground means on the horizontal surface means now we can say that mg is acting vertically down and then normal reaction will be there in upward direction, right? Those are the two forces which are acting in vertical direction. Now the other force which is acting in horizontal direction is since we are discussing on the rough surfaces, there will be some frictional force is there here. So now that frictional force has to provide the necessary centripetal force here, right? There is no any other force acting in horizontal direction. Mg and this force are acting in vertical. Mg and normal reaction are acting in vertical plane or in vertical direction. Now only this horizontal component is nothing but the force is nothing but the horizontal direction frictional force, and so that has to provide this necessary force here. Like suppose say this vehicle is taking a turn on this here. So we are taking this an object, just I am drawing it as an object here. So the vehicle is taking this turn along this direction here. So then if it is taking a turn like this, then friction has to provide this necessary centripetal force here. So the friction will be there along this direction here. So that is the only possibility for that. So now what we can write here is this normal reaction will be there in vertically upward direction and this mg will be there in downward direction, and so now this will be in horizontal direction that will be there. And so just to mention about that here, when a vehicle is taking a turn on horizontal surface, when a vehicle is taking a turn on horizontal surface, the necessary centripetal force is provided by the frictional force. Necessary centripetal force is provided by the frictional force, right? And so now here the equations what we can write is along vertical. So that means I can write this as along vertical direction we can write this n is equal to mg we can write. So suppose this is our equation 1, and now along horizontal direction we can write this as so along horizontal I can write this as centripetal force is equal to Fc is equal to this friction we can write. So that implies I can write this friction is equal to mv square by r you can write, where r is the radius of curvature of that circular path and v is the velocity with which it is moving here, right? And so now here what we can say is here we need to calculate the maximum safe speed here. So the maximum safe speed with which the vehicle can take a turn. Now here you can observe that with increase in this velocity, this friction has to increase. If velocity of the vehicle is increasing, this mv square by r value will increase, and so friction also has to increase. But you know for friction there is certain limit is there for that. So beyond that friction value cannot be increased. So that means now the maximum safe speed if you are taking here. So so just to mention that I am taking it as v safe. Let v safe be the maximum safe speed with which vehicle can take a turn safely. Therefore, F is equal to mv safe square by r. But we know this F value should be less than or equal to F limiting, and so this value we can write this as F safe square by R less than or equal to this is mu mg we can write. So since we are taking on horizontal surface, you can write that equation here. So this mu n you can write, where n is nothing but mg you can write. And so therefore what we can write is this V safe square is equal to, is less than or equal to mu g r you can write. So right, so that means now it should be less than, that means that V safe, so V safe is less than or equal to under root of mu g r, now we can write. Is it clear? So now this is the safe velocity here, the safe speed or safe speed required there. So the minimum, that means that maximum value means, then you can write this expression as less than that. So the maximum velocity is nothing but what we can write here is mu g r, now we can write here. So if velocity is more than that, that is the maximum safe velocity here. If velocity is more than that, then what will happen is the centripetal force required will increase, but friction cannot provide that necessary centripetal force there. So then what will happen is the skidding of the vehicle will take place, so that it can't take safely, the vehicle will skid in outward direction there. And so then that is a possibility there. The skidding of the vehicle will take place when this velocity is, that means when velocity is more than this maximum velocity there. So when velocity is less than that, then it will take the turn safely. When velocity is more than that, it cannot take the turn safely there. And so then this will be the maximum velocity, or sometimes they may ask like angular velocity, the corresponding omega maximum they may ask here. So that means, for example, if they ask that omega maximum value, so simply you can write this as V maximum by R you can write. So therefore that omega max value you can write this as under root of mu g by r you can write. So that will be the maximum angular velocity required for the safe turning here. So if they ask angular velocity, then you can write like this. Is it clear? So that is the maximum velocity with which the vehicle can take safely turn on the horizontal surface. And now here, if the thing is like, if it is taking a turn on a banked roads. So now let us take this. So to avoid this possibility here, that means skidding possibility, then for safe turning, generally this banking of the road or the banking of railway tracks will take place there. So generally banking means, you can observe that when you are taking a turn on a road, you can observe that the outer edge of the road is raised when compared to that of inner edge. So the outer edge of the road is slightly higher than that of this inner edge here. So such a phenomenon is nothing but we called banking. So then here we need to calculate that banking of, we need to discuss that angle of banking and maximum safe velocities we need to write here. So just I am writing this as banking of roads. Banking of roads, or for railway tracks also we need to apply the same formula, even if the question is related to the railway tracks. So now this banking of roads or railway tracks is nothing but, so then outer edge of this road is raised when compared to that of inner edge. So such a phenomenon is nothing but we call the banking here. So just let us take a vehicle is moving on this road here. So a vehicle is moving like this. So a vehicle is moving here, then it is moving with this velocity V, the velocity of the vehicle is V. Now we need to resolve this into components. So first just to mention about the definition there. So first mention about that banking of roads there. So the phenomenon in which the outer edge of the road is raised when compared to the inner edge at the turnings. The outer edge of the road is raised when compared to the inner edge at the turnings is called banking. Is called banking of roads. And the angle made by the road with the horizontal is called, the angle made by the road with the horizontal is called angle of banking or banking angle. Angle of banking or banking angle. So now let us take this, a vehicle is taking turn here, taking a turn on this banked road here. And so now let us derive an expression for this angle of banking in that case. So now here the vehicle is, the important thing here you should note here is the vehicle is not taking or not moving along the inclined plane here. It is taking a turn on the curved road. So the curved road is there like this. So now it is taking a turn like this. So it is not the motion of the object on the inclined plane. So you should keep in that mind here. It is not moving along the inclined plane. It is taking the turn along this curved path here. So now I am resolving this force into components. So first of all, the forces we can represent this as mg is acting vertically down, and then normal reaction will be there like this. And so now let us resolve this force into components here. So I will resolve this normal reaction into components here, because here the vehicle is taking a turn in horizontal plane. So the horizontal centripetal force is required here. So the horizontal centripetal force means the component of this normal reaction only can provide that centripetal force here. So I can write this as, so if this angle is theta, then you can take this angle as theta, so that this is n cos theta and this will be n sin theta, right? And so then along vertical, so again what we can write is along vertical mg is equal to n cos theta. Let's suppose this is our equation 1. Now centripetal force we can write that as along horizontal. This is directly I am writing it as centripetal force. So the centripetal force is provided by the, now who will provide the centripetal force here? N sin theta. That n sin theta component of normal reaction will provide the centripetal force here. So therefore what we can write here is n sin theta is equal to that centripetal force we can write as mv square by r. And so now let us take this as equation 2 here. Now let us take the ratio of this equation 2 by equation 1, sin theta and cos theta ratio, let us write here. So that equation 2 by equation 1 I am writing, ratio of these two terms I am taking here. So that you will get this as tan theta is equal to mv square by r by mg you can write. And therefore this tan theta is equal to v square by rg you can write. So this is our angle of banking formula. I hope all of you know in lower classes. I think in lower class also it is there. So then angle of banking theta is, if theta is angle of banking, then tan theta is equal to v square by rg you can write. And so from this you can write this as theta is equal to tan inverse of this expression, v square by rg. So right, that is our angle of banking here. And so that is our angle of banking expression there, right? And so sometimes here they will relate the problem in terms of the width and height of this outer edge when compared to that of inner edge. Let's suppose h be the outer edge here and w be the width of the road here. And so then what we can write there is height of the outer edge when compared to the inner edge, height of the outer edge when compared to the inner edge, and w be the width of the road. W be the width of the road. So that means now that they will, sometimes they will relate the problem like this. So for small angle theta, so tan theta can be approximately taken as sin theta, and so which you can write by using this triangular sin theta as h by w, right? Opposite side by hypotenuse. And so that we can write this as this tan theta we can write as v square by rg. This value is equal to h by w we can write. Or suppose if you want to calculate that h value, then w into v square by rg you can calculate. So where w is width of the road here. This is for the small angles you can calculate like this. And the same concept as I said, if the problem is given in case of railway track, the same concepts you need to apply here. So now in this case, now if suppose velocity is more than that or less than that, if the from this what we can write is for safe turning, you can write this velocity required as this equation here. So from this, so what I can write here is from equation 1. Now let's suppose this is our equation 2 here. This is an expression actually. And so then from equation 1, what we can write is V is equal to under root of Rg into tan theta you can write. So now when velocity is more than that or less than that, then the frictional role will arise here. When velocity is equal to this value, then there is no friction here. That means this already whatever the requirement is there, these two are balancing with each other, and this n sin theta will provide the necessary centripetal force here. And so that even though road is rough, there is no role of friction. The frictional force, you can say that frictional force will become zero if the vehicle is traveling with that velocity here, right? And now if the velocity is more than this or if the velocity is less than that, then there is tendency for the slipping here, slipping of this vehicle. If the vehicle is traveling with this velocity, you can call that as a critical velocity there. If the vehicle is traveling with that velocity, then there is no any tendency of the vehicle to slip in outward direction or in downward direction or inward direction, and so it will take the turn safely. So now once the velocity is crossing this limit, either it may be more than that or less than that, then it has tendency to slip. For example, if the velocity is more than this, if you are taking here, then the vehicle has tendency to slip in outward direction. Then if the frictional force will be there inwards, the frictional force acts inward direction there. Whereas if the vehicle is traveling with a very low velocity there, if it is taking a turn with the velocity less than that of required velocity, then it has a tendency to fall inwards or to slip inwards. Then the frictional force will act outward direction here. So depending on the velocity, the friction can adjust its direction, right? And so now let us mention about that here. So just to mention about that, when the velocity of the vehicle is equals to, so let us take this as equation 3. When velocity of the vehicle is equal to under root of Rg into tan theta, under root Rg tan theta, then vehicle can take the turn safely. And frictional force acting on the vehicle is zero. Frictional force acting on the vehicle is zero. Now, if the velocity is either more than that or less than that, when the velocity is, you may take that as a V0 expression. Let us take that as a V0, and so just in terms of V0, let us mention there. So V0 is equal to under root of Rg tan theta mentioned. You mentioned that. And when velocity is greater than V0 or less than V0, then vehicle has tendency to slip. And so vehicle has tendency to slip. And so frictional force will arise. So now I am taking the case like frictional force will arise. So now I am going to derive an expression for maximum velocity here, right? So the maximum possible velocity for the safe turning. So that means to find V maximum velocity with which the vehicle can take the turn. So when the velocity of the vehicle is in that mention that when the velocity of vehicle is greater than this V0, then vehicle has tendency to slip outwards. And so frictional force acts on the vehicle in inward direction. So here inwards means that is along this direction here. If the vehicle is taking the turn with the maximum speed, if the vehicle is taking the turn with the Vmax, then frictional force acting on the vehicle will be limiting friction. So frictional force acting on the vehicle will be limiting friction. Now I am taking this limiting friction like this. So in the same free body diagram, again draw this. So just we have to draw this FL value, we need to take it inwards. Is it clear why we are taking inwards? Just you may assume like if your car is traveling with a high speed and it is taking a sudden curve. So then it has tendency to slip in outward direction there. So when it is tendency is there to slip in outward direction, then friction will act inward direction. So that is why we are taking this friction in down the plane here. So now we need to include this frictional force also into components here, and we need to write accordingly there. So now the friction also I am resolving it into components here. So this angle is theta. So this value we can write this as f cos theta, and f sin theta component will be in downward direction you will get. So this is limiting friction we are taking there. So right. Now let us write the same force equations there. Same force equations we can write. So along vertical. So along vertical. So what I can write here is n cos theta. So let us write this first, this value here. Yeah, this is FL sin theta plus mg is equal to n cos theta. And so now as we are taking already it as the limiting friction, you can take that instead of this FL, you can take that as a mu n. And so where mu is the coefficient of friction between the vehicle and the road. So I can write this as mu n into sin theta plus mg is equal to n cos theta. So I will write this as mg is equal to, I will write here, so that I am taking this n cos theta, n sin theta that side. So just I am taking this n common. So I can write this as cos theta minus mu sin theta is equal to mg, right? So now let us take this as equation 1 here. Now centripetal force equation I am writing here. So centripetal force. So now the centripetal force is provided by these two components here. This normal reaction component n sin theta and this friction component f cos theta. Both will provide this centripetal force because both are in the same direction here. So therefore what we can write here is FL cos theta plus n sin theta. This together will provide that centripetal force here. And so now we can substitute that expression. Again here FL means I am writing it as mu n. So therefore what we can write here is mu n I am taking common again. So mu of cos theta plus sin theta is equal to this value we can write as mv maximum square by r, right? So because we are taking that it is vehicle is traveling with the maximum velocity here. So let us take this as equation 2. And just let us take the ratio of those two equations, and then you can, from that you can find an expression for this V maximum here. So let us take, I am taking the ratio of equation 2 by equation 1. So first I am writing these terms here, or you may write that expression as equation 2 I am writing here. So therefore this is n of mu cos theta plus sin theta by, and this term is n of cos theta minus mu sin theta. So this is equal to mv maximum square by r by mg, right? And so therefore you can write this expression as mu cos theta plus sin theta by cos theta minus mu sin theta you can write. So this value is nothing but V max square by Rg. V max square by Rg. And so next here what we can write here is you can take, generally we express this expression in terms of the tan theta here. So you can take cos theta common in both numerator and denominator, and you can simplify there. So in general we express this, right, we will express this expression as mu plus tan theta by 1 minus mu tan theta is equal to V max square by Rg. So now this is expression for this maximum velocity here. So that means from that you can calculate the corresponding maximum velocity there. And so now we can verify that if coefficient of friction is 0, that means if friction is not there, for example, if friction is not there, then you will get the tan theta is equal to V square by Rg. So that is our general, only one value will be there if friction is not there. If friction is not there, then only that tan theta is equal to V square by Rg, only the possible value there. So vehicle has to take the turn only with that velocity. But if friction is there, it has a range of velocities will be there. So this is a maximum velocity what we can write here, right? Now in a similar way, now we can write an expression for that minimum velocity also. So the minimum velocity for taking here, so just you may mention about that. Just I will explain how to derive that expression there. So write it is to find this V minimum velocity. To find V minimum. So you may mention that when velocity is less than V naught, then when velocity is less than V naught, vehicle has tendency to slip inwards. Vehicle has tendency to slip inwards. Then frictional force acts. Outwards. When the vehicle is taking the turn with the minimum possible velocity, then the frictional force acting on the vehicle will be limiting friction. Right? So now this is the friction direction here. You can do the remaining calculations. Just you can resolve this into components here. So that means I can write this expression as, so you can resolve this friction into components. So this component is like FL cos theta, and this component will be FL sin theta. So just that friction components will be reversed there, then correspondingly these equations now we can write here. So I hope you can derive that expression. So let us say this, just I can write this expression as along vertical direction. What we can write here is n cos theta plus FL sin theta is equal to mg, you can write along this vertical direction there, right? So along vertical direction you can write that expression like that. And so now next again that same ul you can replace with that mu n, FL value you can replace with the Fn, and so then you can take that value as common. And so this is n cos theta plus mu n sin theta is equal to mg, and so that you will get the plus sign here. So then when you are taking this common, so that let it be first equation. Now centripetal force equation, our centripetal force must be directed this direction here because the circle is there, it is taking the turn like this. So then n sin theta must be greater than this FL cos theta there. So the centripetal force equation you can write this as n sin theta minus this FL cos theta is equal to mv square by mv minimum square by rg, you can write here, r you can write, and correspondingly the changes in the equation you can do like this. So this equation again I am taking this n common and I am writing here. So this equation you can write this as sin theta minus mu cos theta is equal to mv minimum square by r. Now again take the ratio of these two equations and then you will get this expression here. So then I will write this directly here. I am taking this ratio and I am writing this equation directly here. This is equation 2 by equation 1 I am writing here. So then what I can write here is tan theta minus mu by, and this is 1 plus mu tan theta you will get. 1 plus mu tan theta is equal to V minimum square by Rg. V minimum square by Rg you can write. So just the ratio of these two equations here and then simplification, like same cos theta you can take common and you can write this. So just you can observe that here plus and minus signs will be reversed there. So plus and sign, minus signs will be reversed there. So you can write that as tan theta plus mu. Then here we are writing it as tan theta minus mu. Here it is 1 plus mu tan theta, and there 1 minus mu tan theta. So right, this is the minimum value here. So for the safe turning of the vehicle on this curved road with the friction, the velocity of the vehicle should lie in between these two values here. So maximum and minimum now we can write there. So certain range of velocities will be there in case of rough roads. So just to mention that. Therefore, when the vehicle is taking a turn on a rough banked road, when the vehicle is taking a turn on the rough banked roads, for safe turning of the vehicle, the velocity of the vehicle should lie, in between, V maximum and V minimum. So V minimum is less than or equal to velocity of the vehicle less than or equal to V max. So where V max and V minimum are given by these expressions there. From that expression you can take under root of those values you can write there. Just right. So no need of remembering any of these expressions here. Just you need to remember how to derive all these expressions here, right? So that is in case of banked roads, banked rough road. And next, based on these rotating objects and the expression related to the friction, that one more simple concept will be there. So which we call like rotor and the death well. So I hope all of you saw that either rotor or death well. So in most of the exhibitions nowadays, now we can saw those things. It's very difficult to run this. So rotor or death well means the thing is there in case of death well, vertical well will be there. In that vertical well, a person will travel on this vehicle, like either it may be the bike or a car. So he will drive on the vertical walls of that well. So that is called death well. So their well will be at rest and the vehicle will be revolving there. A person is revolving in that vehicle. So death well or rotor. That means both are different, but here the concept is same in both the cases there. Death well and rotor concepts are. So in case of death well, as I said, walls of the well will be constant if you are taking it as a vertical well, vertical walls. And now the person will slowly move on to the vertical surface, and there he will revolve on that vertical cycle, either with the help of a bike or a car. He will drive on that vertical walls of that well. So that is called death well. And the rotor means there is a reverse concept there. Reverse concept means walls will be person will be at rest with respect to that wall, and now the walls are rotating. So total well is rotating. Now just a person keeps himself at rest with respect to the wall here. So that is our rotor concept there. So both are same, but the concepts, in one case with respect to the ground the person is revolving there, and in the other case with respect to the wall he will be at rest. Only walls are revolving there. So in both of them, let us see the case here. So now let us take, this is the vertical wall here, that means vertical well let us take, and this is a radius r. And so now here suppose say any object or a person is in contact with this wall here. So let us consider that it is now let us say it is revolving with not angular velocity omega, or you may take it as a linear velocity. If you want to write in terms of linear velocity, you can write it as linear velocity v, right? And so now here the concept is nothing but just draw the free body diagram here. Is it clear about the death well and rotor? If you want, you may mention just a sentence about that. In death well, walls of the well are at rest and person will revolve on that walls. Person will revolve on that walls. And in rotor, total well is revolving, and the person will remain at rest, person will remains at rest with respect to the wall in equilibrium. Person will remains at rest with respect to the well in equilibrium. Person will remains at rest with respect to the well. That's enough. And so now let us take the just forces here. And so now I can write this mg, weight of this object is acting. You may consider it as a car or a person or whatever it may be, an object I am taking here. And so then normal reaction will be there along this direction here. So this is a normal reaction here. And now frictional force will be there. So the frictional force here has to act in upward direction here. So this frictional force will act in upward direction there. And so now you can observe that these are the forces acting on this wall here with respect to the ground if you are taking. With respect to the cylinder or that well if you are taking, then pseudo force now we need to consider, which is nothing but our centrifugal force. So just I am writing with respect to this ground here. So then in equilibrium what I can write here is, so in equilibrium I can write this as F is equal to mg. Let us say this is our equation 1, and centripetal force now we can write this as, can you say who will provide the centripetal force here? This normal reaction. Normal reaction is, now we can say that it is directed towards the center here. So the normal reaction will provide the necessary centripetal force. Is it clear? And so therefore what we can write here is normal reaction is equal to mr omega square. Let's suppose this is our equation 2, right? And now we need to calculate this minimum velocity required there, minimum velocity required so that this object doesn't slide down here. So for that what we can write is, we know this F value should be less than or equal to limiting friction. So that is our general concept in almost all the problems what we can write. So F value is less than that, less than or equal to F limiting. So F means now we can write this mg here, which is less than or equal to mu n you can write. And n value we can substitute by using this equation here. So mg is less than or equal to mu into mr omega square you can write. So mu into mr omega square. And from that you can find this expression for this omega here. And so therefore that omega is greater than or equal to under root of g by mu r, right? And therefore that it is greater than that value, therefore that minimum angular velocity required we can write this as v minimum is equal to omega minimum is equal to under root of g by mu r you can write. So that is our minimum angular velocity required there. So if you know the angular velocity, sometimes they may ask about the what is the linear speed of the particle or linear speed of this vehicle required on this death well. So then from that you can simply use that v is equal to r omega relation there from this. Then you will get that minimum speed. So next just to mention about that there, therefore that minimum speed required we can write that as minimum speed required. So I will write this as v minimum is equal to, so therefore that v minimum is equal to, you can write this as r into omega minimum you can write. Therefore this v minimum is equal to, you can substitute this omega minimum value there, therefore you can write this as g r by mu you can write. So that is the minimum velocity required there. So that is in case of death well or rotor, right? And so now let us see a few problems based on this circular motion here. And in this actually in turning of vehicles, the overturning of vehicles will be there. For that, that means for that some concepts of rotatory motion are required. That means torque concept is required there. So that I am not explaining that concept here. So in rotatory motion, we will discuss about the overturning of the vehicle. And like a center of mass concept and a torque concepts are required for that. So that I will explain that later. And now let us write some problems based on this just general circular motion concepts here. So based on this angle of that means turning problems based on these turning concepts what we discussed today, all those are like based on that formula only or directly based on the concept only. So just with the help of simple problems will be there based on these concepts here, right? So that I am not giving any numericals based on this angle of banking or related that problems here. And so now I am giving some problems here, like let us consider this. So yesterday we discussed some problem like rotating on the table there. One object is rotating on the table. Now let us include in that friction concept there. So now here an object is revolving here. So let us say a block is, suppose a block is kept here, a block of mass m. Now it is revolving in a circular path of radius r. Now the another object is hanging from this bottom of this table like this. And so now here this is this distance is, suppose say some r is given for us, and if mu is the coefficient of friction here, then what is the minimum and a maximum angular speeds with which this can rotate such that it will remain at equilibrium. The capital M should remain at equilibrium. So the minimum and maximum angular velocities of that object we need to discuss now. We need to find here. So just mention that two blocks of masses capital M and small m are connected to the two free ends of a string. To the two free ends of a string. So capital M is hanging. Capital M is hanging vertically, and the small m is placed on the table. Small m is placed on the table, and it is made to revolve in a circular path of radius r. In a circular path of radius r. If mu is the coefficient of friction, between the small m and table, find the minimum and maximum angular velocities of the block small m required. Find the minimum and maximum possible angular velocities of the block small m required to keep the capital M in equilibrium. So if the question is clear, so this capital M is to be maintained in equilibrium only. So small m has to revolve now. So we need to calculate that what is the minimum angular velocity and what is the maximum angular velocity. So in this friction is there here. So friction is there. And so just here to maintain that capital M in equilibrium means directly you can say that tension in the string will be equal to capital M, right? So then I can directly write this as so when this capital M remains in equilibrium, so what I can write here is T and this is mg here. So for capital M, if I write this equation, then I can write this as for capital M. So we can write that equation as T is equal to mg. So let us take that as equation 1, right? And so next here, if I am taking that this object is revolving with the minimum velocity there. So when it is revolving with the minimum velocity, then there is a tendency for this vehicle to slip inwards, that means towards the center, because it is clear that this capital M we are assuming as greater than that of small m here. That is a automatic, that means that is a condition here. This capital M is greater than this small m. If it is not rotating, then automatically this comes down and it will slip towards the center here. That is the thing. So now to keep that in equilibrium, we have to rotate that definitely that small m value here. Now when it is revolving with the minimum angular velocity, when the block is revolving with the minimum angular velocity, then what we can write here is this has tendency to slip inwards. When it has tendency to slip inwards, then frictional force will be there in outward direction here. So you may mention about that point here. When the angular velocity, when the block is revolving with the minimum angular velocity, block has tendency to slip inwards. Block has tendency to slip inwards. Then frictional force acts outwards. Frictional force acts outwards. And so now let us write the equation for this small m here. So for small m, one equation what we can write is n is equal to mg. The normal reaction and mg both are equal here. And now the centripetal force equation we need to write. So centripetal force equation means tension will be there directed towards the center, and this limiting friction will be acting outward direction here. So for that, the centripetal force equation you can write this as so this is centripetal force. So centripetal force equation we can write this as T minus FL is equal to mr omega minimum square. So this is our centripetal force equation here, right? R is the radius we are taking and omega minimum is the minimum angular velocity, which is our required value. Now we can substitute these values here. So this T is nothing but I can write this as capital mg by using this first equation, and this value you can write as mu n, where n is equal to mg, so that I can write this as small mg is equal to mr omega minimum square. So therefore now that minimum value is equal to, I can write this expression as you can take this g common here. So if I am taking that g common, then capital M minus mu into small m by this small m into r you can write. So this is our minimum angular velocity here. Now in a similar way you can calculate this maximum angular velocity required for this safe turning here. And if simply maximum angular velocity means, as I said, this will be, it has tendency to slip outward direction there. When it has tendency to slip outward direction, then frictional force will be there inwards. So just you may take this free body diagram like this. So for this case, tension will be there along this direction and limiting friction will also be there like this. Now it is rotating with this omega maximum here, and this block will remain same here. T and mg will be there. So then for this only that change will be there. Friction only will change its direction here. And so now again you can write the force equation, so that here you will get this plus sign here, just right. So you may write those corresponding equations. So I am writing that directly there. So therefore this F maximum omega maximum is equal to g of m plus mu m by m into r. That is the maximum angular velocity. And sometimes they may ask a question like for what angular velocity the frictional force will become 0. So here the question is not that one. If I ask the question like this, for what angular velocity that friction will become 0. So that means for what angular velocity means, then if friction is 0 means, then you should not consider this frictional force here. Then directly this mg value now we need to consider here. So that means T is equal to mr omega square now we need to write. So this T is nothing but capital mg. So this is m into r omega square. R omega is equal to under root of mg by mr, capital mg by small mr. So if the this small block is revolving with that angular velocity, then frictional force acting on that block will be 0. That means even though it is a rough surface, then no frictional force will be there. Is it clear? So then we will discuss some more problems based on the circular motion in our next class, right? Thank you.